I want to take a minute or two to just think about the way that we limit ourselves when we don't listen to the perspective that others have on us, those people that love us, that care about us, that know us, that want the best for us. When they talk about our music and our lives, it's important to listen. Because, it's a little bit ironic. I found out that a song that I co-wrote with Robert Abernathy is still #1 on the music charts, the country music charts for Music Mafia Radio, a large independent radio station. It's ironic because if you'd asked a teenage version of me if I was going to ever even try to write country music, I'd have told you were crazy. My dad, every time he heard my songs, he would say, "Gosh, you should make a country album." Well, that was not an encouragement to me. You see, back then, I didn't like country music. I thought it was really hick. It was all deliverance and hee-haw and bolo ties and conservative suits with big white hats and standing stiffly and singing in front of a microphone on a big stage. I wanted to be like the long-haired hippies out in Southern California making music in Laurel Canyon. But my dad was insistent, and in fact, one day he said, "Hey, can you learn this song?" He'd found an obscure song on a Neil Diamond album called "You're So Sweet, Horseflies Keep Hanging Around Your Face." I couldn't believe it. But I went in and learned it because every time I sang that song, he would get the biggest smile and lean back and clap and say, "Oh, you just got to make a country album. You just got to." And, I didn't listen back then. That was a long time ago. Now I live in Birmingham, within spitting distance of Nashville, and I've had opportunities to meet and work with some great country musicians through these past couple of years. And I hate admitting it, but it really feels natural. I love writing it, and it's just fun to tell stories like that. And it seeps over into not only the country songs for the country charts, but even into the music that I write. That is more for my own personal enjoyment, for use in worship and church and study and just personal development. The song that I wrote this past couple of weeks is taken from a psalm. So I am actually borrowing words from one of the older songwriters that I've ever worked with, David, from back in Psalm 25. I don't know what was in his head when he wrote the lyrics, but I figure since he was a sheep herder and spent a lot of time in the wild, it probably had some kind of country thing going on with it. So I rewrote the psalm, and it's called "Help Me Make Things Right." And it's not necessarily one of these, it's not in the current worship style that you hear in contemporary services, but it makes sense for me with the words and putting those meanings and the style of music together just felt right. And if you enjoy it, I hope you'll give us a thumbs up. I'll put the link here and you click over and have a listen yourself. But I guess the takeaway is that I took a long time to embrace the countryside of who I am. And who knows, I might have been able to write a lot more in that vein if I had listened to the people around me that saw something that connects with who I was, who they knew as a person. And it might not be music for you, it might be anything, but if people are constantly making comments to you that they think of an area that you could excel in and that you should explore, you might want to do that. You might even find yourself writing country songs, but either way, be creative. All right.